The Philippines is a nation celebrated for its breathtaking landscapes, vibrant culture, and warm, welcoming people. But beneath this beauty lies a darker, more mysterious side of the Philippines, one woven into the very fabric of its culture, alongside its stunning sceneries and warm-hearted people. The Philippines also carries a rich history of haunting urban legends and eerie folklore that have been passed down through generations. Here are 10 haunting tales that speak of the fine line between the living and the dead, the seen and the unseen. The White Lady is one of the most famous Filipino urban legends. She's said to appear on Balati Drive in Quezon City, usually hitchhiking or wandering near the Balati tree. Drivers who pick her up often experience strange occurrences, like sudden temperature drops or the sound of eerie crying. Some say the White Lady was a woman killed in a car accident, and her spirit now seeks vengeance. Witnesses claim that her ghost disappears once you reach a certain point, leaving behind only a terrifying chill. The Headless Priest is the ghost of a Catholic priest who was beheaded by Japanese soldiers during the Second World War. During dark, moonless nights, the image of a white-clad headless figure emerges. The Headless Priest holds a candle on his left hand, and on his right is his severed head. It is said that the Headless Priest is forever cursed to walk the earth until his head is finally reunited with his body. The Asang is a shape-shifting creature, often depicted as a vampire-like monster that preys on the blood of children or the unborn. It can transform into a bat, a dog, or even a beautiful woman to lure its victims. People in rural areas often report hearing strange noises at night, like the sound of flapping wings or babies crying. In some versions, the Asang has a long, prehensile tongue that can stretch far into windows to suck blood. Locals believe they can ward off Asangs with garlic, salt, and certain prayers. The Chanak is a demon that disguises itself as a newborn baby, crying in the woods or on the side of the road to lure travelers. When someone tries to help, the Chanak reveals its true form, a grotesque snarling monster with sharp teeth and glowing red eyes. It attacks its victims by biting or tearing them apart. In some versions of the legend, the Chanak is the spirit of an abandoned child seeking revenge, and it preys on those who show kindness to it. A terrifying creature, the Manangle is a woman by day and a horrific winged monster by night. By dusk, she separates her upper body from her lower body and grows large bat-like wings to fly in search of victims. She uses her long, snake-like tongue to suck the blood of pregnant women or their unborn babies. People say that if you hear the Manangle flying, the only way to stop her is to find and destroy her lower body before dawn. If you don't, she'll return to reclaim it and terrorize the village again. The Capre is a giant hairy creature that sits atop trees, especially large ones like the banyan or balti trees, and smoke cigars. Often, people walking through the forest or at night will suddenly feel an eerie presence or see a faint glow coming from the treetops. The Capre is said to have the power to make people feel lost or disoriented, leading them in circles. Some say it's harmless, but others warn that it can possess people or cause them to vanish into the night, never to be seen again. According to the story, a coffin suspended in midair roams the sky, a sinister shadow that preys on the unwary. It's said to be the vessel of an angry spirit or a restless soul who died a violent death or was never given a proper burial. The coffin floats silently through the night, its hollow, dark form glowing faintly under the moonlight. The faint sound of wood creaking in the air is the only warning before it strikes. If it stops directly above your home or follows you too closely, you are doomed. A creature from the Visayas, the Sigbin is said to be a nocturnal animal that feeds on the blood of livestock. It has the body of a large dog, but with huge bat-like ears, glowing red eyes, and the ability to walk backward. The Sigbin is said to be attracted to the scent of blood and will stalk its prey in silence, waiting for the right moment to strike. Some say that the Sigbin can even drain the blood from humans, leaving behind only lifeless bodies. The most chilling aspect is that once it locks onto you, escaping its pursuit is nearly impossible. Maria Labo is a popular urban legend in the Philippines, particularly in Western Visayas. The story revolves around a woman named Maria, who worked as a domestic helper in Kuwait. According to the legend, Maria was driven to madness due to the abuse she suffered at the hands of her employers. In a fit of rage, she allegedly killed her own children and cooked them into a dish known as adobo. Maria continued her gruesome acts by luring unsuspecting victims to her home and cooking them alive. According to the legend, Mount Cristobal is the home of an ancient evil, a malevolent force so dark that it has been dubbed the Devil's Mountain. It is said that the mountain was once the site of a forbidden ritual, where worshippers of an ancient forgotten god invoked powers they could not control. The spirits they disturbed are said to still haunt the mountain, seeking vengeance on anyone who dares to climb its treacherous slopes. Those who ascend Mount Cristobal's dangerous terrain are said to hear disembodied voices whispering in the wind, calling their names or warning them to turn back. Some claim to see shadowy figures flickering between the trees, their forms elusive, just out of reach, but they can feel the cold breath of something watching them from the darkness. These urban legends tap into the fear of the unknown, the supernatural, and the eerie silence of the night in the Philippines. If you ever find yourself walking alone in the dark or deep in the woods, just remember, you might not be as alone as you think. For more spine-chilling stories and sleepless nights, subscribe to my channel for more.